I do math. Experience has taught me that people have a lot of fear and anxiety surrounding mathematics. For the next few minutes, I want you to try to put aside any negative emotions you have surrounding math and just be curious. I study whole numbers, integers, as mathematicians like to call them. For as long as people have been counting things, we've been asking questions about the integers. Surprisingly, the integers are still quite mysterious. Take, for example, the prime numbers. Primes are only divisible by themselves in 1. There are a lot of prime numbers, but how many are only 2 apart? Twin primes like 5 and 7, 11 and 13, 29 and 31. No one knows the answer to this question. As this example shows, questions about the integers can be really easy to ask, but very difficult to answer. One approach is to take our questions about the integers and translate them into questions about other similar objects. This is kind of like taking a drug and testing it on lab rats before giving it to humans. My lab rats are called elliptic curves. You can think of an elliptic curve as the surface of a donut. What makes these donuts special is that, much like the integers, I can add and subtract points on the donut. For most points, addition on the donut is a lot like addition in the integers, except of course, I'm on a donut. I study the other points, these sprinkles. These sprinkles are points that, when added to themselves some number of times, sum up to 0. This would be like if 1 plus 1 plus 1 equaled 0. Of course, this can't happen in the integers, but it can happen as I spin around a donut. My research has shown that it's really difficult to put sprinkles on certain donuts. Difficult in the same way that x cubed is a more difficult expression than just x. So everyone likes sprinkles in donuts, but metaphors aside, why should anybody care about these weird points on these abstract curves? One answer to this question is elliptic curves are useful for keeping information secure. But what's more meaningful to me is counting and the integers are universal to the human experience. People, regardless of place, time, and culture, have asked questions about these universal concepts. The progress we've made in answering these questions can be seen as a long, abstract conversation with ourselves, transcending many of the biases of normal human communication and focused solely on mathematical truth. I believe this conversation is not only important, but beautiful. Thank you.